What's up, everybody? Chris Gunn here from Basic Tips Now, where I share with you the things that I think everyone needs to know. Today, I'm talking about Costco. Is it worth it? Is it worth the cost? Does it really save you money? Where do you store your stuff? These are the kinds of things that I'm going to answer for you today, and I'm going to walk you through all the different memberships that they have, as well as their credit card, because I think that it will be something that for many of you will be worth it. I just want to preface this video with the fact that I am not getting paid or I'm not an affiliate of Costco. I am just simply coming to you with our household experience because I am a Costco fan. Before I jump in, I want to tell you about kind of our monthly budget. So our monthly budget is it's kind of broad. It's an all-inclusive budget. So we have a $1,200 monthly budget for kind of anything and everything. So that includes food, toiletries, vitamins, date night, travel expenses, just different things. We're not necessarily penny pitchers, so we're not going to be here and we're not going to be the people who are like, yeah, my family of 6 eats all organic for $100 a week. No, we're not crazy like that. But we're not just sitting there going to the shelves and going, I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to grab that. We try to avoid snacks because that's where we know the bulk of your budget can go very quickly is to desserts and snacks. So in general, we buy what we need, we eat what we have, and then we stick to it. Date night, we tend to go anywhere from 7 to 10 days between dates, and we kind of balance it out. We'll do a nice dinner maybe once a month, maybe every month and a half. And when I say nice, I mean in Florida where I live, that's about an $80 dinner, at a nice Italian restaurant or something like that. Otherwise, we're generally sticking to like Chipotle and kind of, your basic cheap Blaze Pizza kind of places like that. And then with our daughter, we'll probably eat out with her once every other week as well. And we'll just go get a pizza somewhere because she loves pizza. So we're not spending a ton of money on those things. We take one big trip every year. And when I mean big, I mean it's like, maybe $2,000 max. So just to give you kind of an idea of our budget, one other question that people have is organic. Is organic food and produce available at Costco? Yes, it is. I wish they had more, but they do a very good job of providing great organic options. If it's not just on your kind of your sauces and your canned goods and different things like that, it's definitely on the produce. With the produce, you tend to find that your bananas, your berries, your spinach, your lettuce, things like that, it's all organic, or it's mostly organic available. What I think we've had a problem finding organic with is kind of your base things like potatoes and onions. It's just kind of different things that you would find. Apples are kind of hit and miss sometimes depending on the store. And so it can get frustrating at times. But what I would say is that we tend to go to Whole Foods for those items anyways. And we kind of hit there once in a while just to kind of grab our monthly basics that we know will last. And then we supplement with the things that we can get at Costco. So it kind of balances out. We do stick to a very organic diet. We're not sticklers, but I mean, 80% of what we're intaking into our body does have an organic price tag attached to it. One last thing I'll mention for you newcomers, getting into the bulk buying system, it takes some time because the first time you do it, you're going to realize, wow, my bill is like literally double what I would normally spend at the regular store. And yeah, it is because you're buying double, but you're actually often buying more than double, and you're just spreading it over a period of time. And for those of you who don't have the storage, doing Costco is going to be harder for you. It just is, where you're going to put a whole 48 pack of toilet paper if you have no closet space, you don't have any extra spare bedrooms, you don't have a basement, things like that. But if you've got a garage or you've got extra rooms in your house, I highly recommend, creating a space that you can store some of these extra goods so that either you never run out, and you can also preserve the prices. When something goes on sale, you pick up a couple extra and you just do it that way. So, there is a disadvantage for buying in bulk because if you don't need it, but For our household, we're going through peanut butter constantly. I know that if I buy 4 things of peanut butter from them, that we're going to go through it in the next couple of months. So we buy it, we pick it up, we preserve that price. All right, so here are the different Costco memberships that you can actually have. There's really only two, but I mean, you've got your regular members and then you've got your business members. There's benefits to having the business account. If you think that that's you, you probably know if that's going to be you. But for all intents and purposes, it's really just going to be the two on the left that we're going to look at. You have your general Gold Star member. We used to be Gold Star members when we first started out because I wasn't sure if I wanted to pay the $60. I actually ended up getting a Groupon, and it was like a little bit cheaper. It might have been $45. But when I saw that Groupon, I was like, all right, it's worth a shot. Now, what I would say is that we did it. There's no perks. There's nothing. It just gets you in the door. If you've never been to a Costco, you can actually get a visitor's member pass. So you can go, you can walk around, see what prices are, see if it's really cheaper than the other stores in your area, which I would suggest that in most 95% of cases, it's going to be cheaper, and even compared to some sale prices. So that's something to keep in mind as well. You'll get those once in a blue moon kind of things, but generally, if you don't want to be bouncing around to different stores trying to find different sales, Costco is going to be a safe bet. So we were Gold Star members for about a month and a half, and we quickly realized that with what we were spending there and how much we had shifted away from our local grocers and from Walmart and even from Whole Foods, we said, it's going to be worth becoming an executive member. If we don't even just break even on the difference of $60 a year, going from $60 to $120 a year, we'll maybe even do better than that. So something to keep in mind with an executive member is you get the Gold Star member deal, you're getting in, but that extra $60 gets you the ability to get 2% cashback rewards on everything that you buy in the store. So the way that they do it is that they tally it up for the entire year, and then just a little bit before August, they send you the annual payback check for that total amount. And then what they do is they hope that you'll make enough in the year to be able to reapply that to your membership for the following year. So your membership is triggered in September. So they're hoping by the time you get your check, you'll go back in and spend that money and it'll kind of offset. Now that $120 will get auto charged to whatever credit card you have on file or debit card that you have on file. But, it's getting offset because we're spending our money in the store. Let me show you our check. All right, so this is our letter that we got in the mail. We got $112.49 back. Now, like I said, we actually didn't switch until I believe it would have been December. So this is July. So we're really only representing about 7 months in general. There are a couple extra purchases that I would say the average person won't necessarily buy. We had a refrigerator purchase in there at $1,300, so we got 2% cash back on that. The other thing that we got cash back on was I bought tires for my car, which were valued at $500. So we've got about $1,800 of extra spending that we probably wouldn't have spent normally at Costco. But we found the best deals there. We looked at Lowe's, we looked at Home Depot, we looked at Best Buy for a fridge, and that's what we found. I looked at Tire Kingdom, I looked at Walmart for tires, and I found that Costco was the best deal. They were having a 4th of July sale, and I was able to get 4 brand new Bridgestone 80,000 mile tires for my Hyundai, and I was able to do it under $500. So this has really paid off. So the way that they do this is that you go and you make a purchase and then you scan this at the register and then they get that deducted. So it's not like they apply it to next year's membership, but essentially it's the same thing in general. So I want to talk to you also about the Costco Visa card that they have. You'll notice when you go into the store, they're pushing this left and right. And when we upgraded to the executive membership, we ended up going ahead and just applying for the card. We had good credit, so it wasn't like we couldn't get approved or anything like that. It was something that when they laid it out for us, it made sense for us because at that point we had realized that we had shifted somewhere in the ballpark of about $600 a month in spending just to Costco for all the different types of purchases that we had. So we're like, okay, this is something that's going to pay off. So if you go through, they have a 4-3-2-1 scale in terms of, percentage cashback that you get. And this just gets applied to the card. I think it takes 60 days to hit the card, but you get 4% on eligible gas for the first $7,000 a year. I'm going to tell you, with gas prices, I'm not spending $7,000 a year. So, I'm getting 4% back on all gas. And then you don't have to get it at Costco gas stations either. I think the only place it doesn't really work is at like BJ's and Walmart and Sam's Club gas. They don't want you going there. They want you going either to regular places in the city, or they want you going to getting Costco gas. Which I have found only on 1 or 2 occasions that Costco gas wasn't cheaper. And that's only because I had a coupon to a local place and it was like 15 cents off, So 99 out of 100 times you're going to be getting gas from Costco. You're getting 3% back on restaurants and eligible travel. I don't know if that eligible travel is anything outside of the Costco travel agency that they have. But I can say that we don't really use the travel thing very, very often, because usually when we're traveling, we're just driving to my parents' house a couple hours away. It's just gas, no big deal. So 2% on Costco purchases. This is the one that I like because, okay, you're getting 2% back to your executive membership, and then you're getting 2% back on the card. So really, you're saving 4 cents for every dollar that you're spending, as long as you're using that executive membership card. So you're not just tapping into 2. There's not many credit cards that I can think of where you get 4% back. And then again, because you're buying in bulk, you're saving money. So you're just saving a ton of money in general. And for those of you who don't shop at Costco everywhere, like most people, you get 1% on all other purchases. So your online purchases and different things. If you don't have any other cards where you have any other better deals, then you're at least getting the 1%. It's some kind of perk. So I wanted to give you an actual chart that I got off of my Costco Cash Rewards card dashboard. And it shows me where my money is being spent. So you can see that we spend the majority of our money directly at Costco and then on gas and restaurants. So again, the travel purchases, we haven't even made one that was eligible. So, it is what it is. And then all other purchases, I don't use my Costco card for many things outside of Costco or gas. And the reason for that is because I have other, cards that I can get points for, or they've got different deals where it's like, hey, if you spend, money on Amazon this month, you'll get 5% back, and different things. So I'm constantly shifting what cards that I'm using. So that 1% is really irrelevant to me. What I really am paying attention to is the fact that I've saved $112 just on my Costco purchases using this card. And then on top of that, I've got another $112 that we've saved with the executive membership card. So I've saved $240 a year just in this line item and getting the executive membership card. So, I mean, let's say I save a total of $300 and change this year. Where can you really go and save $300 on your groceries that you're already really getting the cheapest price? So at the end of the day, I am a huge fan of Costco. If you haven't gone before, I recommend going with yourself or a friend and just checking it out. I also recommend their Kirkland Signature brand. Not everything is something that I would buy from them, but I would say that as far as their paper towels go, I've been a pretty sold out Bounty guy my entire life. And I'm going to say I've actually converted to Kirkland. It's cheaper by a couple of bucks. And then you get a little bit more on top of that, because you're really saving. But I've gotten used to the feel. It doesn't streak on my mirrors or my windows when I'm cleaning it. And so I like those products. If you're a bottled water person, I might do a video someday on the benefits of spring or mineral water versus purified water. But their purified water is cheap. If you're a purified water type person, anything is pretty much fair game from the Kirkland Signature brand. And so that's also something that you can get even more additional savings. Well, I hope this video was helpful to you. If you have had a great experience at Costco, or you have any kind of tips that you would recommend to other people, throw it into the comments box. I respond to every single comment that comes through, and I appreciate any feedback that you have. Also, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button, if I gave you any information, either positive or negative, hit that like button for me. Also, there's the subscribe button. Go to the subscribe button to see any more basic tips now, and it will come right to your notifications box. We'll see you next time, and thanks for watching.